Connor, I haven't seen all of your runs in your career, but was that your most successful hurdle of a run?
Yeah, it was probably the cleanest one, I'd say. Yeah, the cleanest one. Yeah, I would say it was the cleanest. Yeah.
As you guys look at this film and get ready for next week, what are some things you can do as an offense to make things a little easier on Caleb?
A lot. Just looking at the film today, we just got to be better all around the board, all groups, all positions. Wasn't good enough yesterday, but ultimately it's a team game. So we was lacking defense. Special teams were able to kind of pick up the slack. Thankful for them. But as offense, we definitely got to be better. All groups, all areas. That's the good thing about this league. You got a chance to go back to work and kind of get better.
Does the rushing attack need to be steadier than it was yesterday?
Steadier?
More consistent.
It needs to be more efficient. Whenever it gets called, whatever it gets called, whenever it gets called, we just got to execute. I'm not here to say it needs to get called more or anything like that, but we just got to execute. That's all.
To be down 17 points, to have the momentum really not behind you at times. What did you learn about this team yesterday, the way they fought back together?
It was interesting. We was going into halftime. I was kind of thinking to myself, like, adversity came kind of not at the right time, but like now we're about to see what we made early on in the season. I feel like that's good. So to be able to come out of that type of game with a win, and I'm speaking offensively, it shows the team aspect of the game. It shows when we lacking, like I said, offensively, we can win elsewhere, and it's going to be vice versa some games. So it's good to see that early on.
What's the long-term value of being put in that situation in game one and seeing that for yourself?
It was nothing but adversity, like I say. So it was good to be put in that position to kind of see how we responded as a team. And at halftime, there was no panic in nobody's eyes. The coach kind of, when he brought it up at the end of the game, he kind of mentioned that. Like, we knew what we was going to go out there second half and kind of do. We didn't know how it was going to look, but we knew we had the guys in the locker room to go out there and turn it around and come out with the win. Ultimately, was the main goal.
Based on some of the momentum you guys had built in the preseason offensively, were you at all surprised that it looked like that yesterday?
I didn't know how it was going to look. The first time going against a different opponent. We've been going against each other for however long camp was. But new group, new coaching staff, everything. Week one, I didn't really have no expectations. I didn't want it to look like that, obviously. But come back Wednesday, ready to work.
DeAndre, when you went back and watched the film, was it more so what Tennessee was doing defensively, or is it more so what you guys couldn't kind of execute?
I feel as though it's never about who's ever on the other side of the ball. That's how I feel. Whatever get called, we got to execute. We got the playmakers on the side of the ball to make whatever happen. That's just how I feel.
DeAndre, I know that offensively wasn't exactly what you wanted, but you did see the end zone with that 2-point conversion. Tell me how that felt, at least getting one completion that got points on the board.
It was cool. Being able to get the 2-point conversion. Yeah, it was cool.
Did that feel like, okay, we can do this? Was it confirming anything, or?
Not for me, no. I'm supposed to make some type of plays. It was cool for the team to be able to get the 2-point conversion, but offensively, you got to put more points on the board.
What was your point of view on the screen pass that turned into that 19-yard sack? You kind of go across on the play fake, and then and then the screen's coming to you if they've got some time, right?
I just looked back and I seen you was kind of like under pressure. It's kind of a dead play at that point. This really was my point of view of it. Yeah.
How do you think the operation went yesterday?
Offensively, I feel like we got to be better. At all groups, I don't feel like one group is worse than the other. We just got to be better collectively. That's what we're going to do this week. Go back to work and correct what we need to correct and come out better next week.
To be able to do that with a win under your belt instead of a loss. And I know it's not supposed to matter whether you're looking at film after a win or a loss, but what's the benefit of stealing a win there too?
It's hard to win in this league first and foremost. So to be able to win a football game that's the main goal. But as an offense, you want to have that feeling how we feeling right now because we know what we're capable of and we know it's not supposed to look like how it looked yesterday. So we got to get back to work.
One of the drawbacks of having depth on offense is it leaves a lot of guys to need to get in the game and shuttle in and out. What's the challenge early in the year as you try to feel out what personnel groupings are going to be out there when and trying to find that rhythm?
Yeah, and I feel like that's what we're trying to do, especially early on. You got to try to find a rhythm. Got to get comfortable with different subs and stuff like that, and that takes going through situations to get to those type of situations. You can't really simulate that unless it's a game. You know what I mean? So just kind of going through those type of things in game-like situations to kind of see how I take it from there.
You played a game yesterday with 4 wide receivers, and 2 of them left the game at various points. What's it say about their comfort level in you catching the ball? That you could be part of those diamond formations and stuff like that, even when they only carry 4 guys.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable in that situation. Whatever Shane needs me to do, I'm very comfortable. Pretty sure he feels the same way. So whatever they need me to do.
What does a day like yesterday do to further your belief in what you're working with in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen the snippet that the team posted about my speech or whatever, but I truly meant that. And it was really from the heart. The true culture of a team is only defined when you go through some adversity. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, yesterday didn't go exactly where we wanted to go. I'm pretty sure offense felt like they wanted to play better. But at the end of the day, when you talk about coaching, you talk about a team, we could have easily went into halftime and just kind of, from probably years past, like, okay, here we go again, boom, boom. We really stayed together. There really was no panic in the locker room. We knew we had to fix some things. We had full confidence the offense was going to get it going. They didn't, but at the end of the day, we just knew that, hey, we keep playing, we keep doing what we're doing as a defense. If we do not let them score, we're going to win the ball game. We found a way to win. So sometimes in the NFL, games are like that. They're going to be ugly. They're not all going to be pretty. You're not always going to get style points. But a win is a win, and we'll take a win for the first game of the year.
Why do you think that mindset was there?
I think it's really just the belief and the confidence that we've had as a team based upon the work we've put in up until this point. I've seen the offense play really well throughout training camp. Our defense has been playing well through training camp. We've seen special teams make plays. So when you put it on tape, you can believe in it. And I've been in this league for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen how this thing goes. Just kind of brought me back to the year I went to the AFC Championship game. Like, we started out 2-4, and the year wasn't going very well on offense, and those guys got rolling. We rolled Derrick Henry and those guys all the way to the AFC Championship game. So sometimes, it takes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The guy's a rookie. You know what I mean? I feel like he has a lot of plays out there that he wish he could have back, but at the end of the day, I have full trust and belief in his skill set and the work that he's going to put in to make sure that he continue to get better.
I think Caleb was doing a post-game interview, and I think Jalen ran up to him, and the mic caught him saying, like, we got your back, like, defense got your back 1-8. Like, what does that say just about the camaraderie of this group between all 3 phases of the game?
Yeah, it's just culture. That's the team. And I told him that a bunch of times just on the sideline. It was a couple times he came to the sideline, may have been frustrated with a throw that he had or something. I said, we got your back. Don't even worry about it. I was kept reminding him. I said, y'all guys are going to make a play to win us the ball game. So it's just a reminder. Just keep letting guys know that we got your back because, like you said, that's what a team is. Because I know for a fact it's going to be a game this year where we're going to need the offense to make plays for the defense because we're going to go up against some high-powered offenses. We got C.J. Stroud and the boys upcoming this week. So, at the end of the day, it's all about team. It's one quarter of the game. You know what I'm saying? You got offense, defense, special teams. We're all going to continue to have to play well to win ball games. But like I said, today was just one of those dirty wins that we needed.
You guys didn't let the Titans cross midfield in the second half. When you have a rookie quarterback struggling, you guys give up 17 points in the first half. How do you describe the collective will of the defense to just basically shut it off and say, hey, we can just keep it 0-0 in the second, we good?
Yeah, we was confident coming out of halftime that if we would shirt up the run game, they weren't going to be able to draw the ball on at all. I think our biggest thing, especially in the first half, was being good on first and second down. Because I think we won 11 out of 14 third down. So it really wasn't a third down like that was killed us, even though we gave up a big third down, a couple of them. But it was mainly just once we was good on first down, kept them in second and long. After that, it was pretty much a wrap. So like I said, that's just as confident as we were. We knew that they were going to try to come out and run the ball. So we tried to make them one-dimensional. And once we did that, like I said, we felt like they couldn't move the ball on us at all.
This defense is stacked with playmakers. It seems like anybody on the field can be disruptive and change the game. How is that being a part of that, playing with these guys, seeing that someone's going to do it if you don't, and does that make you want to be better? What is that environment like?
No, it's awesome. Like I said, it makes you play free in a way because you know that you can go out there and make your plays because at the end of the day, even if you do miss or even if you miss a tackle or something like that, you know the hustle and the effort that guys are playing with, guys are flying around making plays. So it's great to be a part of a group like that. Like I said, to see Tyreek get a pick 6 week 1, Jalen get a pick, it makes me want to get an interception next week. I wanted to join the party yesterday, honestly. So it's just fun, man. When you're having fun as a defense, that's when you're playing at your best.
When you went back and looked at the film, what did you think of what the defensive line did yesterday, and how does that help you guys in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, especially in the second half. I mean, those guys got a bunch of hits on the quarterback. Love seeing what Darrell did in his first game as a Chicago Bear. Man, he played his behind off just even watching the film, flying around, and even talking to Tez at the end of the game. I know Tez wanted to join the party, but I was just talking to him. I said, "Hey, man, like you're one of the ones, man. You're gonna get a lot of attention throughout this year because that's just how it goes. Man, you get a big contract, you make the Pro Bowl, make plays. They're gonna chip you. They're gonna do all different things like that. So." Some games you're going to open up a lot of one-on-ones for other guys to make plays, and I know he's going to figure out ways to, to obviously defeat those things. But man, it was a great win yesterday. Just a team win, especially on the defense. Man, watching guys at all three levels make plays.
When D-Walk had Levis around the waist, Tyreek said everything seemed like it was in slow motion from waiting to see what he was going to do. Then the ball's in the air. What was your vantage point on that whole sequence?
Yeah, I was actually like in the middle of the field, and I was covering. And so I'm seeing D-Walk, obviously, right? I'm thinking it's about to be a sack. But I knew Will because he tried to do it. Well, he did it early in the game, tried to throw the ball away. But I was not anticipating it was going to be a pick, honestly. I thought the ball was going to go out of bounds. So to see Reek make a heads-up play, because honestly, if you slow it down on the film, Reek had his guy covered. But as soon as he threw the ball out of bounds, he really just kind of burst towards the ball. And a lot of times we do that as defensive backs, like you just trying to burst towards the ball, and it actually fell right into his lap. So like I said, it was an awesome play. Just run to the end zone, celebrate with your teammates.
Adrenaline rush there when you guys got a clear runway to the lead at that point in the fourth quarter.
No, it was almost unbelievable because I've never been part of a win like this. Like I said, down pretty much 17-0, and special teams and defense scored touchdowns to win us the game. It was incredible. Like you said, it was like we were like in a flow state or something like that, just especially on the sideline. Like you said, it was a special win for sure.
Are you guys keyed into that thing that Levis was doing? He's done it, you said, at least once or twice, I think, earlier in the game.
Yeah, he tried it once early in the game, yeah.
I don't know if it was something that you'd seen last year playing with Tennessee. Was it something you guys identified as something you could exploit at some point if you were watching?
I think a lot of, I won't say a lot, but most quarterbacks try to avoid sacks in that way. I'm pretty sure if you talked to Will today, he said that he probably should just took the sack on that one. But a lot of quarterbacks try to avoid sacks by trying to, rather than fall into the ground, just try to dirt it at the guy's leg or something like that to just get it out of bounds. And I think that's what he attempted to do, either throw out of bounds or dirt it. But a lot of quarterbacks do that. But like I said, a lot of times you're not anticipating it coming out like that, you know what I mean? And sometimes we just run the ball, scoop and score, because you just never know if it was a empty throw, empty hand or something like that. So we just try to scoop all live balls or all balls on the ground. So, but yeah, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks try to do that. Maybe not in that way, but I've seen over my time in the league.
Kevin, is there anything that happens from week 1 to week 2? Week 1 being the first time you can see your opponents, you see yourself. Anything that happens from week 1 to week 2 that you think is defining, that kind of shows the direction the team is heading? Is there something that can happen this week that you really want to improve on, or just what happens that I guess is defining?
Yeah, I think everybody has things to improve. Even on defense, we have things to improve on all phases of the ball. But I will also say that week 1 usually is like overreaction week. You know what I mean? Like for every team in the league. You know what I'm saying? You come out, look really good. Sometimes that might not carry over to next week. You know what I mean? Like we had to continue to focus on what we were doing. It was a great start, don't get me wrong, and we want to obviously duplicate the things that we did yesterday. But every week is different. We're gonna have different opponents. I really feel like as a team, you don't really find out who you are as a team truly until you get to maybe like week 4, week 5. You know what I mean? I feel like on defense and offense, we're all trying to figure out where we're best at. And even Flus, some calls that he made, he's trying to figure out what's the best calls to going forward. But like I said, it was a great day yesterday, great game plan. But at the end of the day, man, week 1, we celebrated last night. We had a good win. But for me, next couple of days is about watching film, turning the page, getting ready for Houston.
Having said that, though, how unique is it just to have a defense that has established this confidence this early?
Yeah, it's great. Yesterday's performance was not something that we're surprised about, you know what I mean? Because like I said, during training camp, we've been putting in the work. And like I said, we have the talent. Anything less than that would be a letdown. So like I said, it's very great to be on a stacked defense like this. But like I said, we got to keep doing it every week in and week out. You know what I mean? Like we're not satisfied at all. We got to continue to prove ourselves week in and week out. And obviously, with the challenge going down to Houston on Sunday night, it's going to be a huge challenge for us as a defense.
Thank you.
Yep.